Hi, this is my second live in English. I'm Iisa from Norway, living in Tønsberg, but soon Santorini. I'm moving to Greece. Today I want to talk about incurable cancer. Um, wow, where to start? This is impulsive um, thing I plan to start sending internationally and in English, but I didn't plan to just talk about cancer tonight. It's night here in Norway. It's 3:35 in the middle of the night, but I'm up because I'm editing movies and planning my moving. I recently had an article in a web page in Norway that writes about cancer. And I wrote my meanings about cancer and what I have been doing. I got incurable cancer, the diagnosis incurable cancer in 2013. And I have done some things that is the reason why I don't have cancer at the moment. I've actually been cancer free for 3.5 years. And the doctors, I think they're just waiting for my cancer to come back. And I think here in Norway, we are just relying that the doctors can fix us. And if the doctors doesn't fix us or they can't do anything, we just have to lay down and die. And that's awful. When I got diagnosed with cancer, I got breast cancer that spread to my lungs, stage 3 breast cancer, and I had 8 tumors in my lungs. And the doctor said, in the worst case scenario, I would die after 6 months. But then I decided to live a better life, holistic, a great life in all areas of my life. And some people are angry because they think I'm only about positive thinking, but it's so much more. But I want to show you a presentation because I was in Spain and I had a talk in Spain. And that was pretty awesome in Girona, in the university. Here I got Santorini, but I want to share because just a little of it. The purple brain, it was in March in Girona, but I talking about the purple brain, and the purple brain for me is different brain. It's a brain that believes in law of attraction. It's a brain that believes that you can live 100% yourself and you can live a happy life and everything is possible to change. And I think for that we need to work on the unconscious brain, not just the conscious brain. And some people says it's the conscious brain is 5% and the 95%, and if you Google it, it says a lot that it's 10% conscious only. So that's why I'm working a lot with law of attraction in all areas of my life. When I'm talking about incurable cancer, I don't want you to be afraid. I'm not talking about it to make anyone scared, but I want you to think, what's in it for me? What am I going to use the story when you hear an inspirational story? Because I don't want to scare, I want to give hope to as many people as possible. And I'm kind of sick of making a war in Norway, and because when you get cancer they say, oh, you have to win this war, but cancer isn't about war, it isn't about fighting. And one of the things I did, I stopped fighting, and I think it's about that we need to go further, and more people have to talk about cancer, because a lot of people are getting healthy from cancer, and a lot of people with incurable cancer, they don't die, but the doctors and actually not so many people want to talk about it or want to hear about the people not dying, because we want to feel the scare, the frightness. So this is just I want to show when I made the video when I had cancer. This is from my Kjøllefjord is where I'm from, Denmark. And actually this was when I did chemo, and the hospital said I couldn't go out, so I started to make videos instead. It's a little bit strange to see. That was just a little bit of the video. I'm going to share the link under here because it's on YouTube, if you want to see how I did a lot of videos. And now actually I have been cancer free for so long, and I feel perfectly healthy, and I want to share with you just a little bit about the things that I've done that I believe has had an impact of me being healthy. The first thing I did was to work mentally, work with affirmation, work with positive thinking, and the second was taking care of what I was eating. I stopped eating sugar, and I'm living totally without sugar, and it works perfect. I live like a gourmet. I make my own chocolate, and well, eating actually whatever I want, but not the bread and the rice, and I don't want to eat it anymore. And I also started to do a lot of meditation. I did yoga, but most of all, I started to live a life that was really passionate. I was living a really good life, and I was following my intuition. And in the book Radical Remission, they she had found 9 factors, 9 points that was the same for a lot of people becoming healthy. And some people had got the death sentence, and they didn't die. They started to live a good life. And for me, cancer is energy, and if I'm not born with it, it's possible to remove it. So I understand that people can get angry, and people can get scared, and people can get angry with me because they maybe lost someone to cancer, maybe they know someone, or maybe they have cancer themselves, and it seems like I'm only talking about, oh, if you just can think positive. It's not all about that. It's about the way you live your life, to take care of your body, take care of what you're eating, take care of what you're thinking. What are you feeding your energy? Do you only watch the bad news all the time, or do you have humor in your life? And that's also research that people that have humor, they live longer, and they have a better defense of becoming healthy. It's just that I don't know if I want to. When I saw, especially there were some people writing bad things. For me, it was bad things because I just want to help people. But they were writing like you are dangerous, you should not write these things, you are putting a responsibility on people, and if they just don't think positive, they will die, you are awful. And one woman actually wrote that I was just making up the cancer, that I was not sick. And that really hurt me. But no, I'm thinking I don't want to feed, feed the animal, the negative animal. I don't want to think about what some people are writing, because I know I'm helping a lot of people and I'm giving hope to a lot of people. And I know I got young people also with cancer. They read my book, they saw my videos, and they are really thinking that they're going to live even if they are young and they got cancer. So if I have to, stand in my power and have this negative people writing bad things, um, I think it's worth it, because I think we need the world to change. We need to wake up, and we need to understand that cancer is curable, also incurable cancer. I do believe that, and I will just do whatever I can do to inspire people, to help people, because so many people get cancer, and I think it's possible to get healthy. But you have to do something yourself. It's not like you can just get some healing and quick fix and you're fine. No, you have to do stuff yourself. You have to believe. And I also work on law of attraction, and that's also not so normal to talk about here in Norway. But I believe that when I got cancer, I just lived like I didn't have cancer. So I did some chemos, I did that, but everything was going so fast, so I didn't get the chance to think if I wanted chemo or not. So I just did, and they removed my right breast, and I did radiation, but and they said they were going to keep me alive with chemo. But I haven't done chemo for over 3.5 years. Not because I said I didn't want it, but because there were no tumors. The tumors are not there anymore. And I think the doctors are just waiting for the tumors to get back. But if I am waiting for the tumors to get back, and if I feed animal, if I am just living afraid and in fear, I think the tumors will come back, because I believe in the law of attraction also for my health, because it's working for everything else, for my business, for my love, for my money. And so I think it can also help with my cancer, my diagnosed incurable cancer. I hope you get inspired by this, and I hope you would share this video to your friends and family, so because everybody knows someone with cancer or they have cancer. So I hope to spread some hope. Going to continue now with my work here in Norway. It's almost 4 o'clock in the night, but just wanted to share some thoughts. I hope you like it. Hope to see you soon again. Bye.